Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living at Home with Dementia. My name is Martha Brown, and I'm your volunteer with Dementia Friendly Fort Worth. We're proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. These programs are recorded, and they're made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am your host today for today's activities, and we're talking today about Christmas, past, present, and future. Now, how do I stop sharing?
There you go.
Did you really see it this time?
Yes.
That's an improvement over the last time I did this. We all need to celebrate.
Live and learn.
Yeah, that's right, Dusty. And I'm the babe in the woods this morning. So who wants to talk about, well, we're going to talk tomorrow about COVID and how Christmas is different for COVID in past, present, and future. We could talk today about childhood, what we remember from childhood. Oh, Mary Jane.
Hi.
Hi. I'm glad you decided to join us today.
Thank you. Me too. I am being recorded by the host. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you are. And we just did the intro. We're talking today about Christmas, past and present.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I thought we'd talk about childhood and what Christmas has meant in the past. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about COVID Christmas and how this one's different from all the other years.
Oh
So,
boy, is it ever.
good
I'm making
morning.
coffee and I'm going to make some rolls. So I'm listening. And
Okay. Yeah, you can walk away into the kitchen. That's great.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so grateful my kitchen is so far away from this room.
Well, if you take a look around, mine is right behind us.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a teeny tiny apartment.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger. Good morning.
Good day.
They can see you.
Good morning.
Hello there.
Morning.
How are you?
Old, a
Good to
little
see you.
older.
You're a little older.
Yeah. This was,
And a lot better.
You know,
something's on your head.
that's my bird. You've met
I
me.
want one.
Okay, I'll let you borrow this one on the screen anytime.
Thank you.
You're so
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
Okay. We're going to listen. I'm going
Okay.
to turn our.
That's fine. You're welcome to turn that off while your mixer's going and you're slamming the oven door and I get it. You know, those claws kind of hurt after a while. What is your earliest Christmas memory?
I don't know. I don't remember it anymore.
My memory doesn't work that way. I don't know what my earliest Christmas memory is. I know what my earliest memory is, though.
Yeah, you can tell us.
Sorry, that's yours.
It's from being up when I was usually asleep and standing in the doorway of the living room looking across at the TV. And there was beige carpet and there was a man landing on the moon.
Goodness, that's a powerful memory. That was a summertime memory, wasn't it?
It had to be, but
1969.
Yep.
yeah.
Was it June? Now,
It was July.
It was July.
see, it takes a village, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding that night. I was just so mad that that woman had chosen that particular date.
Why did you check with NASA?
I know she should have, shouldn't she? Yeah. I remember the wedding really well, and that's the only one I remember that I wasn't in. But it was because I was there instead of watching the moon landing. Hello, Sandra. That's the lady whose wedding I was at.
Oh.
Yes. And Don and Myra, I have just had a brain burp and I've forgotten your dog's name. I know it's a girl.
Abigail.
Abigail. I need to write that one down.
Named after the president's wife,
Adams.
Yes.
Abigail Adams. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I remember a Christmas when my gift that year was, God bless my parents, I was probably 4 or 5. They gave me a set of plastic bells with the
Oh.
8 tones. They were called melody bells and they were bright colors. When we moved away and took those bells with us, they melted in the truck.
Oh,
I bet my parents were really happy.
I bet so. Maybe that wasn't so much of an accident.
Maybe not. Melody bells. That was a big Christmas.
It's like my vinyls. I lost some of them when I was a kid. We moved and somebody put them over the back seat, and the ones on top just warped all the pieces.
Oh, no.
They probably looked like lace when you got to where you were going.
They had the heels in them.
Yeah, heels in them. That's right. What a shock. I'm having to watch out for my bird this morning. I don't know what he's up to.
You can't trust them if they're not in your sight.
No. Paulette, tell me about a Christmas that comes to your mind.
You know, I was trying to think of one that came. I don't know. They all kind of blend together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, putting up the Christmas trees. I always felt sorry for Christmas trees because they'd been chopped down. And finally, I just, every time we would go out and buy one, I'd feel sorry for it. I was happy that, you know, we chose it, and I
Mhm.
hope we made it happy while it stayed with us.
Uh-huh.
But then we had to, you know, dump it away, and it got carted off and all that. So I finally, when I was married then, and we got an artificial one. And it stayed with us until my husband donated it to the Salvation Army a couple of years ago, because we were spending all our Christmases in California with our daughter out there, and then we would spend Thanksgiving with the daughter here in Southwick. So
Ah,
that's how it all worked out. Well, obviously, we're not spending Christmas in California this year, so
so
I
did
got a little tiny Christmas tree about this tall,
you
and
did?
that's it.
Tell
It's
us
got lights on it, and that's it. And it's been around for God knows how many years. He's not sharing that with me, he's not telling me, but it's been around for a long time. And it's on the, not the mantle, the hearth place by the fireplace. And
Mhm.
we haven't had the fireplace on in God knows when.
Aren't you glad you didn't have the whole tree to have to decorate this year?
Oh, God, yes.
Did you have any ornaments that were historical or meaningful?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I still have those.
Did you keep?
I just don't have any place to hang them.
Uh-huh.
One year I put them on a piece of yarn and strung it across the
Yeah.
in the fireplace.
Yeah. Well, that keeps you from having to buy a tree.
Yeah, well, this, you know, with the broken hip and all this kind of stuff that I've messed around, I can't crawl back under the stairs in the little place where they are. So they're resting this Christmas.
They're tucked under the stairs.
They're tucked in and packed away in a box. It's way in the back that I can't reach, and nobody would crawl under for me. So there you go.
Boy, do I understand.
Yeah.
Dusty, tell me about Christmas trees and Christmas ornaments in your history.
I was just thinking, I can't remember any. I think I'll pass.
Okay. Do y'all have a tree up this year?
Me?
Uh-huh.
No. I'm by myself, and I don't do much for a secular Christmas.
I don't either.
Uh, the I joined the Lutheran Church, and because of one Christmas, I guess I could tell this. One Christmas, I was going to the First Baptist Church, and Mississippi. I can't even pull the name of the town out right now. And if any of y'all are Baptists, you know that we have church almost all day on Sunday. Sunday school,
Mm-hmm.
worship, then RAs or something, and then
Mm-hmm.
praying union.
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas fell on Sunday, and they canceled everything but one 45-minute service because Christmas was for family. And I said, this ain't right. And I joined the Lutheran church, and we have church Monday, Thursday night, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my Christmases.
That's nice.
That is really nice. You get what you need, and I think we all find our level like water.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can pick a different thing and change our minds, and it's really okay to change your mind.
Mhm.
Except
Just
I
have-
didn't have those this year.
Yeah. Well, with Zoom, if you choose to, there are lots of places that are going to have services
Oh yeah,
on computer.
yeah. Our church does it ourselves.
Uh-huh. Or you could pick a different flavor this year.
Yeah.
This might be a nice time to taste a little different flavor. Barbara and Gay, tell me about something from Christmas in your past, if you choose to.
You're muted.
Muted again.
Yeah,
There
I was
you
trying,
go.
I was pushing the button and nothing was happening.
Too many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mama, do you have a memory about Christmas that you like? Something that makes you happy to think about? The Christmas memory? Oh my goodness, she always, I was an only child till I was 15 years old. And so I was really spoiled. And I remember finding, like we had a car that we didn't drive all the time, and I discovered that she had all my presents in the trunk of that car. I didn't look the other way. I went, oh, there's a closet. You remember you used to put all the presents in the trunk of the red Chevy? No, you don't remember.
Santa's sleigh.
Yeah.
I never wanted to know what my presents were either. The other kids would shake the presents under the tree and try to figure out what was in it. I didn't want to know. I wanted to be surprised.
My mother was terrible. She'd do everything except, well, she'd go as far as unwrapping it so enough so she could see what the box was, then wrapping it back up like nobody knew she did it. Everybody knew she did it.
Your mother?
Yes.
My mother, yeah.
When you were a kid, she did that?
When I was up to when I was an adult, she did
Well,
that.
she still does that if you allow her.
Yeah. She has no worry about what get them on Christmas. She just wants them. So, but she holds off till Christmas, and that's good.
That's her
Mara,
bit
did
of
you have a
rebellion,
story?
isn't it?
That's
I
great.
can't get John a present early, like for his birthday or anniversary or Christmas or anything, because he will not wait to open it. He wants everything now, except for he does wait for Christmas usually, but I can't let him see the package or feel the package because as soon as he picks it up on Christmas, although I don't think we're going to have a present this year, but as soon as he picks it up, he knows what it is. One year, my sister gave us a big box. It was like 2 foot by 2 foot. He picked it up, tilted it diagonally, and said, "It's an ice cream maker." And that's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
That's a talent. I mean, that's a gift.
Yes, it is. Back years ago, that was an excellent gift to receive.
Oh yeah.
I think
It was quite a long time ago.
Yes. I can remember the crank kind that would wear out your arm.
Yeah.
And I can remember wearing out a motor on an electric one.
Yep.
Yeah, used it too much. So Mary
John said
Jane,
he loved it, but we were on mute when he said it.
Ah,
Mary Jane, tell me about some Christmas that you recall.
Oh, gosh.
Trees,
Well, you know,
presents.
you all can probably relate to Christmas in the 60s, late 50s.
Peace, love.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. I was 8.
You were 8 in what
Yeah.
year?
I was 8 in 1965.
Oh, well, I'm not that much older than you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, you know, we had a tiny house
Mhm,
and we had, you know, a tree
mhm.
and lots of things under it, which was amazing. And a big family. And my sisters and their children would come over, and you know, so it was a lot of littles, a
Mhm.
lot of little people, and it was looking back, it was pitiful, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
because we just had such a small space to be in, and we were just walking all over each other, and there was paper everywhere. Yeah,
All the women were in the kitchen.
yeah, sure. With cornflakes on the casseroles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. That's something that I'd forgotten about. Thank you. It was the crunch.
Mhm.
Yes. I think we talked one day about cheese on top of a casserole and how it used to be so uh, exotic to put cheese on a casserole when I was
Yeah.
a child.
Broccoli and casserole was a very stylish dish.
Yes, if you had 4 ounces of cheese on a whole casserole, you were rich.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I
God.
had I read a story that my father's sister wrote about their childhood. My father didn't tell this story, but my mother did. My aunt did. She said that they didn't have much growing up. He was a barber and she was a housewife. The brother and sister would go down to the creek and cut um, a bush and bring the bush home. And they would nail it to a couple of pieces of wood and decorate it for Christmas. And that was they were born in 1915 and 1917. So that would have been in the 20s, the late
Yeah.
20s,
Yeah.
that they had a creek bush for a Christmas tree.
Wow.
Yeah. So they came a long way.
That's lovely. And I love the thought that Christmas this year is so simple,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
it's, you know, I love it that we don't decorate because somebody doesn't like the decorations. And
Ah,
Oh, it's
so-
the opposite here.
oh,
You can't have enough decorations.
right.
oh my goodness. Well, you'll have to take a picture.
There you go. We will.
Yeah.
So Mary Jane, if someone doesn't like decorations, then
Yeah.
what makes your heart sing at this time of the year for Christmas?
So I just do I have a quilt that my sister made, and it's just big enough to sit on top of the bed, and it is patchwork gifts. Maybe I can bring it in. It's small enough I could show it to you. Anyway, so I have that, and I have little bitty stickers on my silk plants in the bathroom window that are little Christmas stockings, and they're about that big.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the only one that can see them.
That's
There
how
you
you get
go.
away with it.
I think they're magic.
Uh-huh.
I think they are too. Yes. Well, sometimes the best gifts come in small packages.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You're finding your joy where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
last night I was sad, and today I'm not. You know, it just goes that way.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's okay.
it is.
I'm happy to be here. Whee.
And safe and healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simple.
Yes.
Simple.
One of my friends said that she was glad when her children stopped coming home for Christmas because she didn't like having to put up all the foo-foo stuff, as she called it. She didn't have to drag out the boxes from under the stairs, Paulette. Where'd Paulette go? Oh, she's not in the room right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't have to
Yeah.
drag out all the boxes and do all of the foo-foo stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess we have different attitudes toward the decor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I don't, thinking about all this, I don't remember specific Christmases, but I remember specific gifts.
Good.
When I was younger, we lived in a small four-room house with bathroom out in the suburban Decatur, Illinois. And we'd always go into Christmas Eve to my grandmother's house, have a short party, and then we'd go back home, open our presents the next day, then go back to my grandmother's house. But some of the things I remember getting is, I don't know if you remember these, is electric race cars with a 2-slot track.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. And, I didn't even try to go slow around the corners. I just left it full blast on, go away.
You're such a boy.
My brother and I used to race, and I said, I always let him pick. He always picked the outside line. And I said, you'll win more if you try to get to the inside line every once in a while. But well, he didn't want that. He wanted to be on the outside line. So.
Oh my God.
And then another thing that I remember again is this electric train. I don't remember what size it was, but it was something that I enjoyed very much.
Mhm.
And then we lived in a house later on was in Decatur, Illinois, and it was actually a nice ranch house with a basement. And in the basement, my folks got a ping pong table, and they let me set up my train tracks on the ping pong table for a while until somebody wanted to play ping pong on it. But that was interesting.
I started to say, I think I'd rather play ping pong than watch the trains, but I'm a girl.
Paulette's been trying to say something.
I just want to know if you know where Dupo, Illinois is.
Dupo?
Dupo.
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Oh, well, we used to live in Illinois for a short time, and we lived 2 miles down the road from Dupo, which was real close to East St. Louis. And
East St. Louis. Okay. Yeah.
Now East St. Louis.
Down the road from Dupo, and we lived in a little area called Sugarloaf Heights.
Ooh.
And it was really kind of interesting because in Sugarloaf Heights, they also had the name Sugarloaf came from this loaf shape. And it was a burial ground for the American Indian tribe.
Oh, really? I know where that is. I do know where that is.
Yeah.
Good history.
I just thought I'd say.
Yeah.
I had one more story that was not really so happy. I remember one year, I don't remember what year it was, but I have an aunt. My mother had 2 sisters. She was 15 when then they started her parents had the other 2 sisters, so she was kind of wild. But her youngest sister, my youngest aunt, basically borrowed my parents' station wagon. She'd go do shopping, and every time she'd go get something in the store, she'd bring it back to the car. And so finally, she got done with her last purchase and went back to the car, and it'd been robbed. So she didn't have any Christmas presents for anybody this year, but she was sad. But it's not always presents that makes the holidays; just being around your family sometimes.
And now you have a story to tell.
I haven't told that story I don't think Myra's ever heard that story.
I've never heard that story.
Oh.
I've only been with him 45 years,
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's more to learn.
I have deep thoughts.
There you go.
Sure. Sure.
They're under the staircase.
Yes. Ooh, we're going to keep that a secret. Gay, do you want to tell us about some of your memories from Christmases past?
Well, we were I was trying to think of, particular Christmases. We would go out. I grew up in the country, and so we would go out and find a Christmas tree. That was fun. Like I also felt like Paulette a little bit about, I hate that we're cutting them down and then they die, but we would just find a cedar tree, usually a cedar tree out, amongst the rocks.
Mhm, mhm.
And that was fun. And we would drive around and look at Christmas lights, and that was fun. And
Yeah.
I,
Oh, yeah.
yes, like to do that. I've done that for lots of years with my grandkids. We've gone to the prairie lights, so load up all the grandchildren, four or five of them, and a parent or two if they would go.
If they
You
go.
know, sit
Mhm.
in the line for an hour to drive through the prairie lights, and then they had the little Santa's village and lights that you could walk around in there, and they had two rides. They have the bears that spin, and then they have a merry-go-round, and we would be freezing cold and ride rides and eat hot dogs and drink hot chocolate. And so that we didn't do that this year. It's the first year, I guess, that we didn't, but they keep getting older, these grandchildren. There's only two that would even go with me at this point that just are 11 and 12. The rest of them, like I have grandchildren, have three little bitty ones that we don't see much.
Mhm.
But my husband, my husband and I've been married for 31 years, but this was his other previous family.
Mhm.
And then I have five of my blood grandchildren that range from 11 to 22.
They're all about to slip out from under you, aren't they?
I know. So sad.
Well, your
Oh.
Christmas sounds so wonderful. I don't know your name. Gay, is that? your
Yay,
name?
yes,
Uh-huh.
ma'am.
Gay.
Hey,
And
this is Mary Jane.
hi,
Hi.
Mary Jane. We have lots of ornament. I never have had a particular design of Christmas tree. We have just had ornaments that were, some that were my grandmother's, some that are my mother's, ornaments that the children have made through the years. And so that was always really, really precious time to have some of the kids come over and grandkids come over and put the tree up. But the last couple of years, they haven't had time to do that. So I just didn't. I too have a little tiny Christmas tree rather than trying to drag all that out and get all decorated. So they're still coming over, but we don't have a lot of Christmas decorations out.
We're getting more practical the older we
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of trouble to get it all out and back in. My
Yeah.
daughter-in-law's house looks like a Hallmark card.
She has to take it all down by herself.
I know, it's really beautiful.
Oh, it's good.
Right. Don, were you about to say something?
No, actually, I don't think I was.
Thinking about decorations, you probably are bursting to say something.
Oh, well, yeah. I like them all.
And then more.
For 1 year, I went out, when they had those little laser things you shine on your house.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought 3 of them, showed them on front of my house. And we don't use them anymore, but because we just got moved on. But
Mhm.
I still threaten to give them out sometime. And
Mhm.
they're not. They have snowflakes and
Stars.
stars. Yeah,
Ooh. So it's like a little light show on your
light
house?
show. Yeah, yeah.
My
Nice.
neighbor across the street does that. I always like looking at it.
And you don't have to go buy them, Janine.
That's right.
And you don't have
Our-
to put them up and take them down. You get all the enjoyment and none of the work. Yay.
That's right.
Lots of people on our street put out lights, and I went out and checked the mail after dark.
My son is the one that is married to the Hallmark card. She mentioned that she was looking for lollipops, to put on the sidewalk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
Lollipops
Yes.
standing on the side of the sidewalk.
Uh-huh.
And he can make, fix, or build anything. So, the next day when she came home, there were lollipops.
Okay.
He just made them. Went and got colored cellophane, and I don't know what round thing he put inside, but I haven't been over there yet. But then put them on PVC pipe, and there they were on the sidewalk.
Oh,
That's
how sweet. So the elves were busy.
Yeah, yeah.
In childhood, gosh, I had a thought and it just went straight through from the left to the right and didn't stop.
Well,
Oh,
I think
That
we've
ever happened
covered,
to
I got a
you?
bunch of those.
we've covered most of our past and a lot of our present, I think.
No kidding. Yes. I have an older brother and an older sister. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, my brother was in the service in Germany. He and his wife were there several years. And my parents almost got depressed because their boy was not home for Christmas. And it just wasn't the same that the girls were there and there were some grandchildren and we all brought presents and did food and we did everything we'd ever done before, but it just wasn't the same when the boy wasn't home for Christmas. Yeah, nothing like it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Isn't
How, how many children are in your family, Martha?
just three adults, three
Three
adult
adults.
children. Mhm.
Yes, like your sister.
And brother.
Yes, well, the same for me. I have two girls and a boy, and if I just had the girls and not the boy, I'd be sad too.
You need that snips and snails and puppy dog tales to make things
Right.
more interesting.
Well, we have 2 daughters, 2 sons-in-law, and 4 grandkids.
Good.
Oh,
Thank-
And the oldest grandkid's 25.
Oh,
and how does that feel?
That make you feel old. Yahoo! Whoa.
Grandchild, yes.
Hand me down my walking cane, and I do have it. I carry it with me because I need it now.
Paulette, are you going to see them this Christmas?
Well, we will see the one here in Southlake, but we normally spend Thanksgiving with the one in Southlake and Christmas with the one in California, but that's not working this year because travel is so hard and COVID and all that. So we'll see her by TV or whatever,
Next year.
the internet. So
I'm
But, yeah.
grateful that you and Bob are being safe and smart.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm expecting to see every I see
they
you.
wouldn't let us take a chance either. So
No, let's live to see another year.
yeah,
Absolutely.
well, look at it this way: another year, their inheritance is less.
That's what my folks have gone through. They've given away almost everything, and they haven't sent very much my way, but they're giving away almost everything they have to relatives they have up closer to where they live, I think.
Mhm.
Now,
Well, my
I
mother
think they've
spent
whittled
some
down
bit,
to the,
so
they live, my mother lives in one little assisted living place, so I think the inheritance is gone, which I'm fine with.
Speaking of assisted living, I'm of the opinion that the older we get, the less real estate we take up.
Yep.
Yep.
Until you get to the final 6 foot, right?
Exactly. Yes. Every time I move, I have to give stuff away because where I'm moving to is smaller and the stuff that I have doesn't fit.
Right.
So for me, there's less attention given to the things that I have because there's no room,
Yeah.
no room in the inn.
Yeah.
That keeps it simple.
The trappings, it does keep it simple. Yeah. So as a consequence, my holiday decorations mostly consists of the cards that I receive, and I save them from year to year. I live in a senior building and we have an internal hallway that we can put a couple of pieces of furniture out and decorate. I have a rocking chair with a 4-foot bunny, stuffed bunny sitting in the rocking chair. And he gets different t-shirts for the different seasons. And he'll wear a bow for graduation, and he has a Santa hat over his ears right now. And when I decorate the bunny, I'm done.
Good.
And that's a whole lot different than my birthday is in early December. And for me, the beginning of the holiday season used to be the day after Thanksgiving. I'd always try to take the day off and I would wrap presents and put the tree together and play music all day long. And when everybody got my cards in the mail, they knew it was okay to send Christmas cards out. As
You
I
were
was
the-
usually the first one.
Oh,
A lot of people said they didn't want to send their cards out until they got the one from Martha.
That's right.
Kind of like the first kid who comes around trick or treating.
That's right.
You don't send your kid out until somebody comes to your door.
you're right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
This is making me think of all things that I do that are, that get I do have joy. I have so much joy.
Yeah.
And it just makes me remember all the things that I look for. And then I get to keep it simple, with Mr.
Mhm.
And it's great. This is,
Can you say some more about that? How you keep it simple or what's different?
well, it's when there's Christmas music, there are funny movies on TV, on Amazon. I got to see Christmas Chronicles 1. That was really, and he watched it and he liked it. My quilt that my sister made years ago, and I had it in my massage office and I brought it home. I said, what am I leaving it there for?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not doing massage right now very much, but just different things. My neighbors have lights, and my neighbor across the street has a Hallmark house outdoors. She puts out something different every day, and it's delightful, kind of, neat. And people bring gifts by, a cup of cocoa or something, and it's
Sweet.
great. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. By the way, I'm in need of some boxes.
Okay. All right.
Mary Jane goes to places where she can get boxes. And
It's a
about
gift.
once a month, I go to her house and take away her boxes.
And what do you do with them, Martha?
Well, there's a story.
Oh,
As I said, I live in a senior complex with an indoor hallway. They have rules about trash. We can do trash and we can do recycle. And the one day a week that we do recycle, you used to be able to put out whatever you wanted to put out. And all of a sudden, you could either put out your recycle in a clear plastic bag, not white, not black, but clear, or a cardboard box. But you couldn't put it out in a paper bag or anything else, even if you could see in it. So in order for me to recycle, which I do a lot of, I need cardboard boxes because I'm not going to go buy a roll of clear bags just for trash. So Mary Jane helps me to stay in cardboard boxes so I can recycle.
so you get to that's the gift that keeps on giving, right? Mary Jane, you get the boxes as long as you want.
Anything she gets, she'll save the box for me and I'll go pick them up.
Good.
They pick up the trash at your door.
They do. 3
That's-
days a week, they pick up trash, and 1 day a week, they pick up recycle.
That's great. I wish they did that here. It's a long ways to that dumpster.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the bunny rabbit in the rocker. I'm the same way. I live in an old people's building, and there's one lady at the end of the hall you're talking about. There's a bigger area there, and she has a big display of stuff out there, and she has a large rocking chair, and she's got the biggest teddy bear I ever saw sitting in that rocking chair.
Does she decorate it differently every once in a while?
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah, and especially for Christmas, she decorated it for Christmas.
Okay.
That's good.
Well,
That's
Martha, I never heard about it, and now there's two that we've heard about today. There's
I didn't know of anybody.
animal in the chair.
Yeah, I didn't know of anybody else that did that.
And Russell, do you make it a point to go down there kind of, once a month and see what she's done?
Well, I see it every time I go to the elevator. It's right there where I get on the elevator, so I see it a couple of times a week usually.
That's great. That's great.
Well, we have my husband has his rocking chair from when he was little. So it's a itty bitty little rocking chair.
Oh my goodness.
Most of the year we keep a piglet stuffed animal in it. And then for Christmas, we have Rodney the reindeer.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Rodney the reindeer sits in the rocking
I have those little
chair.
rockers too. Actually was mine when I was a kid, and I still have a stuffed animal sitting on it all year long, and it sits right next to the big rocker.
Yep.
We have Myra's.
Cool.
Myra's is in the dining room.
No, that's my mother.
That's your mother's. Okay, that's her mother's.
I have my mother's small rocker.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure you.
Oh
I
my
still have
God.
mine. It's sitting right over there, my rocker. I wore the seat out of it when I was a little bitty girl. It had the straw, the straw seat. And
Uh-huh.
my sitter's husband was a craftsman, and he wove a new one with rope, and so it's got the rope seat.
Oh,
Gosh.
well, that was nice that you got it redone.
Yes, while I was still, because I wore it smooth out. So I still needed to sit in it.
Well, of
Wow.
course you did. My granddaughter had a little chair that she had to use for time out.
I have to go.
Dusty, thank you. I
Bye,
hope I'll see you
Dusty.
tomorrow. We're going to talk about COVID and how things are different and what we hope for the future. If you can join us, we'll see you then.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Dusty. I was looking to see if I could find a picture of my bunny, but I guess he's too far up in the roll. So here we are. It's
Yes.
gosh, and Mary Jane's walking out on us. My goodness. Okay.
Yes, we need to go as well.
Well, all righty. Then why don't we just share the screen and talk about, see if I can do this. Nope. I'm new at this. I was
Oh, she's
doing,
showing us.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty.
That's nice. I
oh,
like that.
Mary Jane. Those
Yeah.
are Christmas presents on the, okay.
And what's that?
It's like
Beautiful.
snowflakes.
Oh, my aunt was a quilter. God, she did beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad
Oh,
I
that's
have a couple.
beautiful, Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for sharing.
Thank you for sharing
Oh,
also.
absolutely.
Every one of those stitches is hand done.
Yes.
Oh.
And nowadays people have machines that do it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
not quite so warm
Not the
and
same.
fuzzy.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
No. Oh, thank you, Mary Jane.
thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Dusty was heading off and Barbara and Gay say they need to take off. So let's see if I can manage to do something good. Da, 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 da.
Screen sharing.
Screen sharing. Okay. I didn't bring up, I'm not going to make y'all dizzy.
How would I know the difference?
Tomorrow is going to be Christmas COVID ?
Okay.
Talk about how it's different this year and what we hope that next year's going to bring and how things are different in COVID land than they were before and they're going to be after. I hope you can join us. It'll be 10:30 and we'll log off about 11:15. I just want to give you all a chance to have someplace to land safe.
Oh,
And
thank
we
you.
so appreciate it, Martha.
Oh, I love you guys and I hope you have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you. Love you.
Barbara and Gay.
Thank you.
See
everybody tomorrow.
Paulette,
Yeah.
I love your Christmas sweater. I saw you walking in with your Christmas tree on your sweater. That's very pretty.
Oh, here.
One more time, Paulette.
Get out.
Yes.
Sweater.
Yay.
That's
Pretty.
beautiful.
Video.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
It's hand bought.
Funny. You're fun.
Oh, there's
Oh, goodness.
Dusty rocking around. Mary Jane, I hope you and Roger have a great day.
Thank you
Paulette,
all.
you have a Merry Christmas morning. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Have a Merry Christmas, ladies.
You and John have a great day. Oh, there
Merry
she is
Christmas
again.
Eve.
There are those dimples again. And Gay and Barbara have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
See y'all tomorrow.
Thank you for hosting.
All right.
We will
Merry
be,
My
Christmas.
pleasure.
we will be on tomorrow. I will be busy girl tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Take
Y'all have
care
a
of
Merry
each
Christmas.
other. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Merry Christmas. to
Merry
all.
Christmas. See you tomorrow.